Hello. This is me, Mr. Carfiven. I want to do a little bit of a different kind of video for today because I play a bunch of different fighting games. Over the course of like 2022, since COVID has happened, I've had the chance to be able to get myself a PC, start making videos, and then being able to play a bunch of different fighting games that isn't just like the 3 Smash Bros that I owned. So, I've decided based off of a video inspired by Coney by a little bit ago. I'll put a link to that one. I'm going to rank every single fighting game character, not from every game I play, but just all the characters that I enjoy playing from their respective games. There could be a few characters like from the same game in this list. There could be just one character from one singular game I really like. You never know. But I'm here to rank all of them, and yeah. Let's just get into it. Let's start off with characters that the only reason I really played them was because I thought they would be cool and they weren't cool. Biggest example of this, Garchomp. In Pokken Tournament on the Wii U, I thought Garchomp was kind of cool as a kid, and I looked at the roster and I didn't really see anything like too crazy. I wasn't really big into Charizard. I wasn't really big into like Shadow Mewtwo or Mewtwo. And I saw Garchomp, and then I learned that he had this like one dig move in which you go under the ground and come back up again. And I thought it was very funny because all the CPUs didn't know what to do with it. And then I tried playing him in Pokken Tournament DX, and it just wasn't the same. Garchomp is such a like not fun character anymore for me, at least. Let's just see. We'll call this not fun anymore. So characters that I used to play, and now that I can't really find the fun in them anymore. Another big example of this, Brawl Yoshi. Dear God, the difference between like the other 2 Yoshis that I play is just immaculately garbage. Brawl Yoshi is infamously not a good character. His down air is different and weird, and I don't understand it. The jumping is weird. Brawl hit stun does not work with Yoshi. He's got like the narrow, goofy up air. It doesn't work. Eggs don't send anywhere. He's so bad in Brawl, and I remember having tons of fun with him as a kid, but like it just doesn't feel the same anymore. Now that I've matured and become a bigger person. I will put, Smash 4 Toon Link. This Toon Link pick is a very weird one for me. On Smash 3DS, it was very hard controlling a bunch of different characters in that game for me because my tiny hands were not used to the thumbsticks. I was used to the Wii remotes at this point. And Smash 4 Toon Link on the 3DS, I would specifically only play him on the 3DS version because a lot of his moves were very easy to understand, and his tilts were like very average, as well as all of his specials. So it wasn't like hard for me as a little kid. I didn't really play him outside of like the single player content. Like I played 3DS Toon Link for like all of the classic mode, all of Smash Run, all of like the multi-man stuff, home run contest. And then I didn't really have friends to play with Smash 3DS. Not a lot of people were into Smash when I was a kid. But yeah, Smash 4 Toon Link is a character I genuinely don't remember, other than the fact that I kept using him a bunch for a bunch of different fucking things in single player content. So yeah, another big one I don't have fun anymore with. This guy. Y'all remember Multiversus? Yeah, Multiversus kind of like took a fall off from its like, what is it? Its initial launch. I genuinely really do enjoy Bugs a lot. I think Bugs is a very fun character, but after all the nerfs and like the different characters that kept adding to Multiversus, he started feeling less and less like my playstyle, more of like a gimmick character I'd play every once in a while. And then I just completely dropped him. But he was very fun and very unbalanced at launch, and I do remember having tons of fun with him when he was still around and being good, but not anymore. He's very, very, like, not my kind of character anymore, because there's like 2 other Multiverses characters I significantly prefer, but that's besides the point. Yeah, okay, I think we should move on to different tiers. How about we got, no, I should just name them right now. So, here's the tiers right now. Not fun anymore, meh, I guess I could play them. Pretty fun, goofy AF Lamau, and the goats. So, okay. Let's give me I'll show you guys an example of meh, I guess I could play them. Right here. We got Broly. Broly is a very funny character from Dragon Ball FighterZ, and like, I don't really significantly like any Broly move in particular. I just think he's funny, but not to the point where he's like goofy. Like, I can play Broly, I know like a few of the moves that he's good with, but because I don't play Dragon Ball FighterZ a lot, I can't really say much about Broly other than the fact that, yeah, I can pick him. I can pick him, he's funny. Another character like this, let's see. Yeah, no, I agree with this one. I guess I could play Brawl DDD. His only gimmick is that he chain throws, but he's pretty funny. I also do like Brawl DDD a lot. I much prefer the side B Waddle Dee thing that he got in Brawl as opposed to the crappy Gordo we have right now. And he's kind of funny, but yeah. I don't really know what else to say other than the fact that chain grabs are what really carries this character. Next up, I feel like I should just throw this guy and this guy. So Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is a very funny game, and as much as I like the Hulk as a character and Phoenix Wright as a character, I don't really know how to play them other than the fact that like I know they're like good moves, and I know the mechanic of all the different items that I keep eyeing. I need to stop that. All right, that Phoenix is able to obtain, and then it makes all of his things more powerful. I think that's cool, and I don't know. I think they're just interesting enough characters to where I'll pick them on the character select screen, and I will really like them. But I don't really play Marvel vs. Capcom 3 all too much, to the point where I think I know how to play them decently. But just to wrap up the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 characters, let's just move on. We got Amy and Haggard. These are like, I usually either run one of the 4 here, or sorry, 3 of the 4 because it's a tag team fighter. But I fucking love Haggard and Amy so much. Their whole gimmick, well, Amy's gimmick is that she's got like different weapon types, and you can switch between them at any point, and it makes either your moves lightning fast, have insane range but extra stun. You really can just mash with Amy, it feels like sometimes, with how good her frame data is, but yeah, I do really like the aesthetic of the character and all their different funny little things that they do with like the big sword, the giant whip, the freezing thing. I forget what the freeze one is. And then Haggard is just funny. He's just a guy with a pipe, and he just hits you over and over again. He like spikes you with the pipe. And he's got like the drop kick. He's got all these different funny moves that he can throw out. And what is it? After I saw that one Lythero video of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I picked up the game and I really enjoyed it. I didn't play all too much of it, but I had some fun with friends who owned the game. And I ended up liking those 4 characters a lot. But, well, at least Amy and Haggard, I really love Hulk other than the fact that he was easy. Alright, another character. I'm gonna pick characters randomly now. How about Melee Fox? What do I think about Melee Fox? I play them, and they're pretty fun. I think Melee Fox is a very funny character. Not to the point where like they're goofy, but I can play Fox at like this weird in-between level where I'm not the greatest with Fox, but Fox is like such a... His hit is really strong, and he doesn't require the mental power that I need to like play him at, because I'm not playing competitively. I'm just playing for fun. Whenever I'm playing with Bloods on Melee ranked, or not Melee ranked, just Melee in general, Fox is an easy enough character for me to where I don't need to be like perfectly shining and doing all these like crazy mechanics with shine, jump canceling out of it, hitting you with all these crazy doodads, when all I can do is just go for jab, grab, chain throws, go for up airs, go for well-spaced back airs. Like, he's not that hard for me, like, the way that I play him. And Shine is still a very good move. I will still use it. And if I SD while using Shine, that's my fault. But, yeah, Fox is like this perfect in-between middle ground, where, yeah, he's broken and he's top tier, but I don't need to, like, divert all this time into me playing the character in the way that they're supposed to, like, be played at a, like, high competitive level, because they're just fun. They're just a fun character. Another example of just a fun character, I'd like to say Ultimate Yoshi. I think that this is, like, not a great version of Yoshi, but I like the way that it's executed, and I think it's alright. The way that, like, essentially Yoshi had been changed from his predecessors is that they made it to where he's a lot more aerial-based. Well, like, he's always been aerial-based, but it's not been, like, aerial, land. They made this Yoshi, like, you get a lot of damage off of juggles, drifting back and forth, recovering all the time, using your eggs as, like, a spacing tool, as opposed to, like, the other Yoshis where it was, like, get a hit, big damage. But yeah, I still really like Ultimate Yoshi. I kind of dropped him after Ultimate, like, aged a little bit. But I still think that the Ultimate Yoshi is a fun character, and I will play him every once in a while. But yeah, he used to be, like, my main at the beginning of Ultimate, and then I just kind of dropped him for other characters. Okay, I think I need to make a separate tier for Yoshi. There's like a weird middle ground for me where I like goofy characters, but at the same time, I do kind of like more competitive characters. Or not like more competitive, but like a character that can at least have a fighting chance, as long as their goofiness either is what makes them top tier or isn't what makes them top tier, but rather just the fact that being goofy is like a funny personality trait of the character. And I know, what is it? Not all characters I play are like that, but a majority of the characters I play are pretty goofy. I'm just gonna get another non-goofy one out of the way. Smash Flash 2 Fox. I genuinely think this is the best version of Fox I've ever played in anything. Shine is carrying this character. Up airs and carrying the character. There's no single move that carries this character. It's just the fact that SSF2 Fox is fast, he has a lot of damage, he moves around, his combos are fun, his like speed is unique. It's just a good mix of everything. And honestly, I want to say the same for SSF2 Crystal. I genuinely really like how these two are played. They're fast rushdown characters with unique gimmicks. They have a interesting like play style where it's run in and not like run away, but rather you run in and like basically try to overwhelm your opponent as much as you can before you have to back off, which I think is really cool, and how Fox and these other versions should be played. I'm gonna finish up the Dragon Ball Fighters. So we have Bardock is, I guess I can play. But I don't really have a big attachment to Bardock. I just think he's a cool design. Besides that, he's not Goku. That's why I pick him. But he's Goku's father. And then we have this guy. He has big grab, and I like grapplers, so I pick him. And then we have Beerus. And I like Beerus a lot. The design is cool. His gameplay is fun. I love the orbs that he throws. I think that's a cool mechanic. Yeah. Yeah, I only got like 11 hours, but the amount I've played is, what is it? These characters are all pretty fun, and I really like Beerus a lot. I think Beerus is very cool. How about, yeah, let's wrap up also Pokken. Decidueye. Do you know what? Decidueye deserves an extra tier. This character is fun and goofy at the same time, and also like a genuinely good character overall. In Pokken, there's not a lot of like crazy gimmicks other than like this character has this move. But the whole point of Decidueye is being a like character in a fighting game that can fly and hover. And you can't really do a lot about it unless you have a crazy anti-air. Like, Decidueye will literally just be above you and flapping, and you can't do much unless you either jump up, in which you'll get punished by like one of his 4 aerial moves. Because, by the way, he has an aerial grab. He can like jump up, sit there, and then just wait for you to approach, and then dive bomb and grab you. Or like, you jump, and then it'll hit you with an anti-air as he's in the air, and fucking just get big damage off of it. He's just such a goofy character, and I love Decidueye so much. Like, I think the design is cool of all the Alola starters. And when I played Pokken Tournament with DX, me and my bud had such a fun time just screwing around. He played Lucario, I played Decidueye, and I would just jump up, and then he'd try to hit me. I just fucking grab him. It's so funny. I'll put next level funny. There we go. Alright, so we have Goofy AF Lamau, characters I just genuinely enjoy. Goofy ass characters, even funnier characters, and then the goats. How about, I think Teddy belongs in here. Teddy from Persona 4 Arena. I played this game once with a bud, and Teddy is so like up my alley when it comes to character design. It's just a goofy character, B with goofy moves, and C, he's got a goofy gimmick. If you guys have ever played Guilty Gear, which I haven't, it's almost like Faust, except his items aren't random. So what essentially he does is he's got like a rotation of items that he can throw, varying from like not that useful to like insanely broken. And he'll just keep throwing these items, as well as having one of the largest ranged moves in the game with his baseball bat. And he'll just get in, he'll hit you with like these baton things. He'll hit you with his like kicks in the air. He throws a meteor. He throws this barrel that will like carry you from one side of the screen to the other, and you can't do anything to escape it. He's just funny. I had so much laughs playing Persona 4 Arena. It's a game I never played, and I genuinely really love Teddy, even if I was losing. And I really think that character has a lot of potential. If I decided to buy that game, my Teddy would go crazy. Another next level funny character. This just makes sense. Ren and Stimpy from Nick All-Star Brawl. I saw, what is it, Nick All-Star Brawl 2 is going to have Ren and Stimpy. I'm going to be so sad if they change a lot of the things about Ren and Stimpy. I think Ren and Stimpy was one of the most perfect characters for me. They're just two wacky cartoon characters doing a bunch of bullshit. Like, you have, what is it? Their strong dash attack, that's a car. The down smash spikes near ledge and can, like, block it. It's insanely disjointed. The up air had a hitbox that sends up, and then a spiking hitbox that sends down that you could combo back and forth in between. They had Waft, like Wario Waft. That was pretty stupid because they didn't need it because they had so much KO power already. What is it? And I just like the idea of just the two characters are fighting each other in the match, as opposed to really like helping each other. I think that's just goofy, and I like the Ren and Stimpy show already. So playing Ren and Stimpy Nick All-Star was really, really fun for me. Another character, let's see. Let's just get all the Nick characters out of the way. I got 3 of them. We got CatDog. CatDog, essentially, to me, is just the same thing as, like, Melee Fox, where they're not really, like, my kind of thing, but they were so simple and good in design that I just enjoyed playing them. They were really, like, basic. I had never watched CatDog, but their moves were big and disjointed, and they were easy to learn. He was really broken on launch, and then he got nerfed every once in a while, and then I just kind of stopped playing him in favor of, like, Ren and Stimpy. But Cat Dog is still a very fun character in their own right, and I hope that they're just as fun when I come back to Nick 2. Hoping that game's gonna be good. And then, same idea, I like Garfield. I think Garfield is in this, like, same category where it's similar to a character I've already also played, that I'll talk about later. And, Garfield was just simple but fun when he was added. He's got, like, this cat, got a cat dive, he's got this pie mechanic, lasagna was really strong, he was, like, just fast, agile, and funny, and recognizable, so... Yeah, these cartoon characters, awesome. Good job. Big ol' thumbs up. Big ol' thumbs up. Yeah. I'm gonna talk about Rivals of Aether. I love Rivals. I think Rivals is a great game. And I've been playing it way more recently. I'm almost at like 100 hours. It's like probably like my biggest game I'm investing time into right now. And my first like official main was this guy, Crag. Crag is one of those like characters where he's bad, but he's not bad in the sense like he's winnable with. You're just playing a game in which all the other characters are slightly better than you, but that doesn't mean you can't win. And because he had like all these cheese shots with like Rock is so funny, side B with like the armor, a lot of people get really confused about and don't know how to deal with. Like, especially at a lower level, and I just kept climbing in ranked, and he is currently my highest ranked character. He's sitting at, like, what, Platinum 4 right now? I ended up dropping him because he just became obnoxious to play when I got into higher levels, and I kind of don't want to have to break my monitor while playing a video game, but yeah, I think Crag is very funny. He's still enjoyable. He's not to the point, well, okay. I shouldn't say very funny, because after a while, just throwing Rock over and over again got boring for me, not even, like, the opponents fighting me. And I didn't really have any more, like, mix-ups. There wasn't anything else I could learn that would really make my Crag gameplay any better, other than, like, just movement and being able to read DI all the time. So I just kind of ended up dropping the character for a better character. And let's also go over Molo. Molo is in this exact same category where I picked him up because he looked cool and interesting, and then after a while I kind of just got bored of Molo and I couldn't play him anymore. This was like back when, the Switch Definitive Edition came out. I bought it on the Switch and I played Molo for a lot of like the online there. I did all the single player stuff with Molo, and I kind of got bored because I realized that this is just not a character for me. But I still like Molo as a design. I think his design is so clean. And I'm glad, in Rivals 2, when that comes out, the creator of Molo is now an official dev, I believe. I have to see if that's real, but I think it's really cool. The guy who made Molo is awesome, and yeah, very, very coolio. And to wrap up the Rivals character, oh, well, I still got two. We got Edalus. Edalus is a goofy character in which he's got a funny ice gimmick, and he puts ice on ground and he slides back and forth, and he just goes with dash attack and he nairs, and I think it's the only thing that really makes me want to play Edalus. He doesn't really, he doesn't appeal to me normally, but the fact that he's a heavyweight with the fastest movement in the game because of a stupid dash attack ice gimmick is very funny to me. And I play him every once in a while as a joke, but he's definitely, like, by any means not a good character. But I still get a cackle or a chuckle every once in a while. Another character? Let's see. And, oh yeah, final Rivals character. I am putting Zetaburn in pretty good, at the top of pretty good. There's nothing particularly, like, loving about Zetaburn to me. I just think he's fun, and he's in the exact same category that all these other characters I got here. They're good, and that's the reason why I like to play them. They're just good characters that are easy to pick up and understand. He's got the fire gimmick with the smash attacks that make all the smash attacks really strong. He's got, like, a shine. He's essentially, like, what Brawl Wolf was, except with a little bit more of Fox gimmicks, and then, like, some extra gimmicks thrown on. Like, he's got a power dunk that isn't inspired by the Terry move, but he just dunks down. He puts a fire on the field that like puts a fire effect on the opponent, and his gimmick is that if you're on fire and he hits you with the smash tag, it does double knockback. Or it's either double knockback or 1.5. I gotta check that. But he just does a lot of damage. His combo's really easy to learn. His moves are simple and fun. And I just kind of like Zetaburn. I think he's fun. I just think he's fun. He's good, he's fun. He's good and fun. Another character that's good and fun. Do I actually have any of those anymore? No, I don't. I think I only got goofy shit left. Okay. Oh, here's another one. Ultimate Bowser Jr. This Ultimate Bowser Jr. is in a weird spot for me right now. I want to enjoy Ultimate Bowser Jr. more. I just can't with the characters that I play now. Because once you get into like a certain like mindset of character in Smash Ultimate, I can't get out of like that exact same archetype and expect to play perfectly with all these different archetypes. And for me, what is it? Ultimate Bowser Jr., I picked him right up after the Steve patch because he got buffed. And I really liked him. I thought the explosion into the hammer swing was a really cool combo. I thought Mecha Koopa was really fun and versatile. I thought the fact that his F throw killed, his down smash was fast, his up smash was fast. I thought like all those stuff. It's like, oh, okay, this is perfect. He's pretty easy to learn, understand. I just gotta like learn all these up air strings, the confirming the explosion into the hammer, and then I started seeing all of his weaknesses and realizing why he's a bad character. Up B never fucking connects. It just your opponent will always drop out, no matter what. Cannonball is one of the worst moves in any fighting game I've ever seen. Because you shoot it, and then you're in way more disadvantage than your opponent. Plus, not to mention his other projectile, Mecha Koopa, your opponent can just shield it. It has more lag than reverse Captain Falcon Punch, meaning it takes 69 frames for you to get out of lag to spit out a Mecha Koopa, and then you can move. It's a full vulnerable second for your opponent to just run over and hit you, which a lot of good characters in this game does. They can just grab your Mecha Koopa, even after shielding it, whatever. And, Bowser Jr.'s whole, like, super armor as side B never works. His headshot multiplier gimmick is really dumb. His, hitting up airs feels, like, impossible on some characters because they'll never get hit at a right hitbox, because the only way to, like, truly combo into it is be a heavyweight, up throw into up air, or be any other weight and, like, jump out of side B hit, up air, up air, up air, up air. And if your opponent is out of, like, that small percentage window, you can't do anything. It's really annoying, and I don't like it at all anymore. But I ended up playing way more other characters that are way more fun for my style in Smash Ultimate. Like, Hero! Look at this guy. Right after he came out as DLC, I think he's the most, my most played DLC character by far. He's really fun. He's really goofy, and I don't know if I should put him in next level funny or goofy AF fun, like Lamau, because he is very goofy. Okay, I'll put him here. Hero is like the perfect epitome of like, what if I made just random garbage the character, where a lot of their normal stuff is, like, not great, but once they pull out the menu, it just becomes a completely different game. You have insta-kill, buffs, heals, random effects that either hurt you or benefit you. Like, you could just, at random, pull out a timer and slow yourself down, and then your opponent does a stupid option and fails to punish you, and you spot dodge and have, like, all this extra invincibility frames, and then you just F-smash them back for missing. Or, like, you pull out the menu, and you top deck a Kaboom from across the stage, and they couldn't react. And they tried jumping away, but the wind box just pulls them in, and they just couldn't fucking do anything. It's like, Hero just has so many goofy and garbage interactions, and he's very easy. Like, he requires minimal to no effort. You just gotta know how to read. And besides that, I know it's very hard for a lot of Smashers, but if you can read whatever language you play the game in, you're perfect. Hero just becomes very funny. So I give this character reading out of 10. Melee Peach. I don't have a lot to talk about Melee Peach. I played Melee Peach for about like 2 weeks and then kind of gave up. Still fun character, just not like I kind of just picked her because she was easy, but I didn't really have that same enjoyment factor that I probably should have had. But yeah, no, she's still pretty fun. Yeah, I think that's literally all I have to say. And another character that's just like, yeah, I guess they were pretty fun, is this guy. Would you look at that? Smash 4 Mewtwo. I bought the DLC for Smash 4, like, I think a year after all the DLC was out. And because I was already playing a different character that I'll talk about later, Mewtwo was just kind of in the same archetype, and I really enjoyed that because it was essentially playing the same kind of archetype, just 2 different versions, so it was fun for me. I never really got into like competitive Smash 4 Mewtwo stuff. I know he could like footstool, disable, infinite you across the whole stage. That wasn't really what I liked him for. But he was just floaty, he was fun, big hitboxes. He didn't have the stupid tail hitbox from Melee and Ultimate, and that's why I don't play him anymore. But in Smash 4, when he was around, he wasn't like insanely broken, but he was still fun. And I really enjoyed that about Mewtwo, so I give Mewtwo awesome thumbs up. I'm going to quickly talk about this random game. I decided to throw it on here last second. Pokemon Close Combat. It's got Mienshao and Chestnut. I don't really have a way to like rank these characters all too much yet, but I really want to talk about it because I think the game is interesting. Pokemon Close Combat is like this Pokemon fighting game where essentially, what if you put a bunch of fighting type Pokemon into the same, into like a Street Fighter style fighting game with like your proper like command inputs. There's no arena fighter gimmick. It's just a 2D fighter, very similar to Street Fighter. Mienshao is like Vega, and I don't know what Chestnut's like. Chestnut's just a big guy with a big shield. He's got like this boost mechanic where he's got a little chestpin that feeds him, and then he gets buffed. And then Mienshao, I really like Mienshao's design, and she kind of plays like Vega in the sense that she'll jump around the screen, come flying back and forth. They got decent range with like almost claws, but it's like Vega's claws, except it's the little arm things that she has. I don't know if that's her fur or whatnot. I assume it is. It's like little cloth arms. And I think that's pretty cool. And I didn't really have anything else to talk about there. Now, we're getting down to the wire here. Actually, no, okay. We got one more character. Okay. 2 more characters to talk about until we start talking about peak. We have Orcane from Fraymakers. Orcane from Fraymakers is fast, easy to understand, broken at launch, kinda nerfed now, still lags the game in online, but yeah, I remember playing Orcane on launch because he was very easy. He was memorable from Rivals, which is a game I had already played before, and I really enjoyed him. He's fast, mobile, agile, has a lot of things you want in a top tier. I'm gonna organize this later, but yeah, he's just a cute guy, very easy to learn. Jab lock combos were funny, down tilt into down air, because people didn't know how to tech on launch. And then I kind of stopped playing him after launch to play other characters. But no, very, very funny character. And if you're going to play Fraymakers, which if you don't know what Fraymakers is, it's this indie platform player with a bunch of different indie games all into it. You got like Among Us, you got Orcane, of course, Crag is also in there. And then you have a bunch of different things like Octodad, Commander Video from Bit Trip. You have The Bard from Wander Song. You have Papino from Pizza Tower. All these different indie games are in this one game. I probably should have talked about that a bit more. The Fraymaker stuff, like what the game is first, before talking about Orcane. But yeah, I think Fraymaker's Orcane is a very interesting character, but very easy to pick up, and that's kind of why I like playing him. I'm just gonna fill out the rest of the Goofy AF Lamau. Sorry, not the Goofy AF, the next level funny. So its character's a bit beyond the funny stuff. We have This goofy motherfucker. This guy is the epitome of a cheater character. Smash 4 Luigi is not very fun to fight against if you played Smash 4. He's essentially like this weird pseudo grappler where his grab range is bad, but once he gets in, you can't escape. He'll grab you, he'll hit you, he'll grab you again, he'll grab you, he'll throw you again. And then when you're off stage, he has down B, which is one of the dumbest moves ever programmed. Down B essentially made Luigi's recovery insanely broken, and if you were to get hit by it, it had a spike hitbox at the bottom part, and it would just send you tumbling forever. You could not escape it no matter what you did. And he could do bullshit like he could drag you off stage and then send you falling down. He could throw you and then just cover all your recovery options with down B. And like he could do this from the depths of the netherworld and then just down B and recover with an up B. Like he was a fucking helicopter that killed you for getting stuck in his blades, which was really stupid. But yeah, I really enjoyed Smash 4 Luigi. And the other Luigi I'd like to talk about is this guy, Melee Luigi. He's goofy. He zips around the stage with his incredibly long wave dashes, and none of his like gimmicks are inherently broken. He doesn't have like one insanely broken move that carries the character, but the gimmick of just he's slippery, have fun, combined with his like low knockback moves and the fact that he's not a fast faller, makes he doesn't get comboed, makes for some pretty funny interactions. He's just kind of goofy all around. He'll slip and slide, he'll grab you, he can chain throw a bit on the fast fallers. Down air is stupidly strong for no reason, forward air is really strong. And he's very different from the other Luigis. And just to wrap up the Luigis, I'm gonna put Ultimate Luigi, which is currently, I want to say my main and Ultimate, in this tier. Pretty good. I like the idea of just being able to get one combo and killing your opponent off of it in a game like Ultimate, especially when like you're supposed to move in and around the platforms, get big damage, go for hard reads. But Luigi just grabs you once and then sometimes you die because you made one fucking mistake. And I think that's very funny. And I like Luigi as a character already. And I decided to like learn how to play him in Ultimate, all the grab stuff that he had. And I don't think that he belongs in like Goofy tier. He's funny, but it's not like the same funny as these two where they just genuinely kept bullshitting you the entire time. This guy does one grab and you die. And that's the only bullshit, which isn't really, like... It's not the same, like, kind of goofy bullshit, like, where at any time these two can just pull out a knife and stab you. This guy does pull out a knife, but he stabs you in a way that, like, can only work in one specific way. It's like you have body armor, but you can only put the knife through one hole. These two can just disintegrate your body armor with whatever knife they have. At any moment, but they're also funny, and this guy is funny, but at the same time, he's just... You know what? No, he gets a separate category. I'm tired of dancing around the fact. Funny, but not the same, you know? Perfect. And now I'm going to talk... Okay, no. I still got, like, a few more characters left. I have Incineroar, which is in the same archetype as Luigi, for me, in which, like... He's, what is it? He's a grappler. I enjoy grapplers a lot, but he's just got so many dumb things about him. Like, who allowed revenge to be a move in the video game? Incineroar is one of the most slept-on characters I have ever seen. Revenge is so fucking broken. Your opponent makes one mistake, and then you hit them with one move, and they just get demolished. He's got insanely good throw combos. He's got some of the best frame data in the game, and the only thing that weighs him down is his speed and lack of mobility, and even then it's not that bad of an issue, because his recovery can, like, just send you incredibly high, or it could just straight up kill the opponent as they're trying to edgeguard you, or he has a frame 5 invincible neutral B, like Luigi in Ultimate, he just down Bs and gets out. Guess what? Incineroar does the same thing, he spins around and gets full intangibility. He's got, what is it, side B, that is a interesting gimmick in which you got to time the move. But the reward of just get a revenge and side B and then do 70 damage is absurd. And I really like Incineroar for that. His down smash is fucking hilarious. I don't know what it is about down smash, but it's like a magnetic field that pulls a bunch of people in. And when they see it, their just neurons activate, and they will always get punished by down smash because it hops him upwards. And they just whiff their attack, go underneath, and get destroyed by how strong that move is. And even without revenge, Incineroar is still an incredibly good character. Not in like the movement department, but like in terms of punish game, he gets like down throw up B that insta kills your opponent, and sometimes you can live off of it. Up air can lead into up B. You have down throw down air that works on people who aren't aware of it. He's just funny. He fucking grabs you once and just does insane damage, and he's like the perfect archetype where he's not supposed to be like designed to be good, but he's just good. And yeah, I think that's very funny. And then I'm gonna say the same thing with this guy right here, Raindog. Raindog is he's very much so like a character that I enjoy because he's good, and he's in such a weird spot because he's similar to a character I've played in the past, given Multiverse's very floaty nature. And he's just cute, and I like the design, I like the way he plays. I think down B with the whole, what is it, the fireball that spikes and then applies a fire effect, I really like that a lot. I like passive damage, and then the perk system really helped with Raindog in Multiversus, because in Multiversus there's like a perk system, and there was one that affected all of his projectiles. He had a lightning strike that kept like following him and coming down. He has a fireball that spikes as well as puts a fire effect on the opponent, making them take more damage. He has like a general like projectile like Samus, where you can charge it for a little bit and it like coughs up a hairball and it will hit your opponent. And then that could also have a fire effect on top of it if it goes through like the little fire you place. His forward air was like a multi-hit roll move that comboed into a lot of his other things. He's very like just simple to learn and fun to understand, and he's just a cute design. There's nothing better you can do with Raindog other than keep him the exact way he is. He was simple to understand. I like the whole like gimmick of using all of his different projectiles. His down air was fun. His forward air is fun. The side B skull. He always recovered, which was really nice, especially in Multiversus, where a lot of characters were floaty. And yeah, they all could recover, but Raindog at least could recover with like some sort of cheese strats. Like you would throw the fireball off stage as they tried to edge guard you, and it'd spike them, and then you'd fucking reversal them, which I really liked. And when Multiversus comes back, I hope that I can pick up Raindog again, and he won't be as ass as he was in like later patches. I still want to play Raindog, but the issue was that when Multiversus was still around, in the later patches of the game, Raindog kept crashing the game. There was tons of game-breaking bugs with him. Like, I have this Twitter clip in which I was just playing a game of Raindog, and Raindog disappeared from the match. I genuinely don't know what happened. No one has explained this to me. But I was just fighting a Finn, and then the Raindog, like, I was playing Raindog, and he just disappeared. He didn't show up anymore. And I just couldn't do anything. So that was a little annoying. And then I ended up picking up a different character because of that, and I'm glad I did. And we're gonna get into like I'll say top 5. All these characters go in this top tier, the GOATs. So we have, let's start with the Multiversus character, Stripe from the Gremlins. I genuinely don't know who Stripe was made for, but I know for a fact he was made for me. He's a fast character with a insanely dumb mechanic in the bullets, where if you hit your opponent, they have a little target icon on them, and then you hit your neutral B, you have 3 bullets, and these 3 bullets would hit your opponent no matter where they were on stage, unless there was like a wall impeding it. It was so broken. You hit your opponent off deep in the stage and then just blast, 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 and it would auto-lock and just fucking kill them. Which was so annoying, but so funny. His buzzsaw was really neat. You would throw the buzzsaw and then it would like hit your opponent in the air, or it would hit the ground and start rolling around again, and you could keep hitting it and it would change directions like a hothead in Smash Ultimate. His normals were really fast. The chainsaw, the side B that it would like latch onto the opponent and like start. It would be a strong kill move. It worked really good as a recovery. It worked good at beating people, trying to edge guard you. His normals were really fast, like the down air that just kept spiking over and over again because you were able to just mash down air in Multiversus and kill a lot of people off of that. He was just like the perfect character in Multiversus for me. He was fast, he's got projectiles, he's got a very broken gimmick. I know he got nerfed in a bit of a patch in which he couldn't get his bullets back as fast, and it did really like hinder the character. But he's just still fun, and I hope that when Multiversus comes back, I can play Stripe again and have just as much fun. Now we have, let's go over Lee. So his render is a bit cut off. I'll put a better image on screen and put some Tekken gameplay. Lee is from Tekken 7, and he's like my only Tekken 7 character I play because in specifically Tekken 7, it's the only fighting game I've played in which you play as a single character. It's not a tag team 2D fighter. It's a one-person arena fighter. And Lee has like the perfect personality for me. He's goofy, he's got great buttons, he's got a stupid stance gimmick in which he just unlocks different moves for no reason. He's got a taunt where he just says, "Come on," come on. It just fucking pisses off the opponent. His in his stance, he's got like this one grab that's a high that's also a kick for no reason. He's got this funny, 1-2 punch move that should not be as strong as it is, but it just sends the opponents fucking flying. And he's very easy to learn. He's a pub stomper character with a lot of like easy gimmicks, and the stance thing is very interesting, and I want to start playing more Tekken once Tekken 8 comes out. I'm going to wait until Tekken 8, and then I might get into Tekken 7 competitively, because I really enjoy Tekken 7. I think it's a very, very fun game. Yeah. Not much else I can say about Lee, but we're moving on to my final 3 characters. Let's go over this guy, Waluigi. Waluigi is so perfect. The Smash Flash 2 devs for Waluigi made essentially what I would envision the perfect version of Waluigi is. He's Luigi, but not Luigi. He's got like very similar stuff to Luigi. Like Luigi's got the multi-hit dash attack. Waluigi's got a multi-hit dash attack. Luigi's got a projectile. Waluigi's got like a neutral B projectile. But because Waluigi is like essentially even goofier, eviler Luigi, he kind of cheats with it. So he's got the dice throw that has a random effect that really dictates the match. It's like Game & Watch 9, except you got 6 options, and it's a projectile. So you got like the crazy win box on 2. You have the 1 that does literally nothing. You have 6 that is a big explosion that kills the opponent. You have 5 that's a berry that just hits your opponent and they like just get buried, which is really funny from a projectile. The down B being Piranha Plant as a spoof on like, instead of adding a good character, we're gonna put Piranha Plant in the Smash Ultimate. Well, when they added Waluigi, they're like, okay, we'll make Piranha Plant just a fucking move on Waluigi. And they literally copied the idle animation from Ultimate as like to stick another thorn in the stone. That's not a term. To stick like another thorn in the side. There we go. To like jab on the fact that Piranha Plant got in Smash and Waluigi didn't. But the way that the SSF2 devs did Waluigi was really nice, and I really enjoyed how he plays. His up B being essentially the exact opposite of Luigi, where the sweet spot is at the beginning and then he goes upwards, while Luigi's is the sweet spot is at the very top and at a very specific shape, like, what is it, Waluigi's L, or his evil L. I think that's really funny. Or not really fun, I think that's a really unique way to design a character. Frame data is good, he's not inherently broken, and he's like this perfect mix of all these different things I like in a character.
What?
And then we have, I think I'm gonna save the best for last. I'm going to put this guy, yeah, Octodad. Octodad will be top 3. Yeah, or 4. Octodad, I never expected to play Octodad. I assumed that when Framemakers came out, I was going to play Orcane until they added Fish Bungeon because he's a grappler, and then just play Fish Bungeon after he comes out. But Fish Bungeon has yet to come out. He's coming out soon. But Octodad, on the other hand, I picked Octodad up, and like my mind just completely was changed. He's a long-ranged, goofy guy with some of the most unique combos in Framemakers, because a lot of the characters in Framemakers are like okay, I want to say a lot, but we only have 4 characters in Framemakers right now. You have Orcane, Weltaro, Orcane, Weltaro, Commander Video, and Octodad. And Octodad is the only character not in the same archetype as Orcane, Weltaro, and Commander Video, where they're all short characters with good frame data and getting in. But Octodad is tall character with big range and has a tipper mechanic. But the tippers really enhance the gameplay. He plays like no other character I've ever seen. He has an up B that is a grab that will spike the opponent if they get grabbed, and his down B is the same thing, except it will like grab them and does a bunch of damage. You have the neutral B, which is an extra like height gaining thing that can also be used as a combo tool. I really like the way that Octodad incorporates his, what is it, the side B? The side B being a big spin move that's like a good kill move. Can also be used as a recovery thing. It has armor on it, which is really dumb, but it's very funny. His game plan makes sense to me, and I really enjoy the way that Octodad feels. He'll grab you, throw you down, you'll miss attack, and then he can read it. You edge guard people for a while, and you throw them down with the up B. You have his very good range that you can just hit the forward air over and over, the forward air sweet spot, because it has an extended stun. And then plus with all the assists, if assists didn't exist in Framemakers, it would make Octodad way worse. But the fact that you just have the ability to use an assist that allows Octodad to get more ways to lead into his up B, which is definitely his like best move, really helps out the character, and he feels like nothing I've ever played before at all. And I think he's really fun. And now, quite possibly, I think my favorite character I've ever played in any fighting game ever. I need to talk about the Glory. You've seen my opinion on this character as he's gone along in its different iterations, but we have Smash 4 Yoshi. If I were to describe Smash 4 Yoshi in a single word, he'd be floaty. This guy was so floaty. Not even to like start with how floaty the Smash 4 engine was, but this guy just like can move wherever the hell he wants. And the way that Smash 4 works with its air dodge mechanics doesn't really allow you to escape a lot of the things that he was able to do to you. Like, he hit you with one up air at like 20 and you would die because you can't, like, you can DI out of it, but he'll just catch you because he's literally a jet fighter moving through the air. And you can't directional air dodge away, so he'd just hit you with another up air, and then he'd jump, and then he'd hit you with another up air, and up air. And then you've got, what is it, his down air that did like 30% if you like just got hit by all the hits. You have Egg that was really annoying to fight And then once jab canceling was discovered, I learned how to jab cancel with Yoshi, and Yoshi had one of the best jab cancels in the game because you could just do jab cancel, jab cancel, jab cancel over and over and over again, and your opponent would get stuck. Grab into forward air was really dumb. You could forward throw, forward air your opponent. You could down throw, up air, up air, up air over and over again. Smash 4 Yoshi, just like literally, you couldn't move without this character getting on you. And it was, in combination with the fact that I really liked the black Yoshi skin in Smash 4, he was just the perfect character for me. He was fast, easy to learn, a character I already enjoyed playing in a bunch of different other media. Like I played Yoshi in essentially every Mario Party game, every Mario Kart game. And then in Smash 4, he was just this perfect amalgamation where like I could just do whatever the hell I wanted with him and probably get away with it, as long as my jump wasn't taken. And yeah, I genuinely really hope that, like Stripe, where essentially Stripe is in a game that is incredibly floaty, which the entirety of Multiversus was just Smash 4 Yoshi. I hope that in the future I find another character like Smash 4 Yoshi, where it's just they can move around and do whatever they want, and they weren't inherently broken because none of their stuff was like really insane. But when they got in, and you couldn't run. But yeah, I think that's about it. I'm gonna reorganize a bunch of this. So yeah, I think that's the list. This is a bit of a different video than normal, but I've really been enjoying playing fighting games. If you ever want to play with me in any of these different fighting games, make sure you guys join the Discord below. I hope I will be making more videos on other fighting games other than like Ultimate and Framemakers. I want to hopefully start doing some Tekken stuff, maybe. Maybe Nick All-Star Brawl 2 when that comes out. And yeah, leave a comment below if you guys have any other fighting game characters you guys really enjoy and have great memories of, and tell me the reasons why. And I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.